Let us look at the importance of number 9 in Hindu thought. 9 is a very, very important number for us. If you look at the number of, beads on that rosary, it is 108. So 1 plus 0 plus 8 comes to 9. And similarly, we have the, Navaratris, 9. And we have several other things which total up to 9. There is this practice of Durga worship in the north. And what people do is that they do the final worship either on Ashtami or they do it on Navami. The practice is different in different families. Let us look at why in some families that Ashtami puja has a lot of importance. Let's look at this. So let us add 1, the first day of Navratri, to the second day of Navratri. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus the third day of Navratri, 3. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus the fourth day of Navratri, 10. 10 plus the fifth day of Navratri, 10 plus 5, 15. 15 plus the sixth day of Navratri, 21. 21 plus the seventh day of Navratri, 28. 28 plus the 8th day of Navratri, 36. Now total this, 36. 3 plus 6, 9. 9 is a number which denotes completion, fulfillment. That is why in the Sri Chakra you have 4 triangles and 5 triangles. Those 4 and 5 triangles, actually they represent male and female energies. And so it is the coming together of the male and female energies which creates or generates everything in the universe. So 9 is a figure denoting completion. And on the 8th day of Navratri, you are getting that total 9, 36. Therefore, some families, they conclude the Durga worship on Ashtami. In other families, they go up right up to the 9th day of Navratri, which means 36 plus 9, 45. Again, you total 4 and 5, you get 9. So 9 is a very, very important figure, a number in ancient Hindu thought. And it is not only ancient Hindu thought, actually, this figures prominently in several other cultures also. You will be surprised to know that, geometry has played a very, very important role when it comes to the powers of the universe. Geometry has played a very, very important role. You hear of sacred baths, kunda. And even in Rajasthan we have these things. So, and they are there all over the world. So, water flows into this and you take a dip in it and your skin disease or whatever health condition you have will disappear. If studied carefully, and these have been studied very, very carefully, these baths or kundas have a specific kind of geometry. Somehow this figure 9 is appearing there also. I mean, the dimensions and things like that, somewhere 9 figures there also. So anything, any of the elements, and water is a purifying element. So when water flows into such a geometrical space, that water attains a kind of miraculous healing power. And so that is the secret behind many of these healing spaces in the world. They are based on a specific kind of geometry, and the Indian Sri Yantra is completely based on that geometry. Almost every big temple in India has that Sri Yantra either at its base or it has it at the roof somewhere. If you look up, you might see it, or it'll be at the base, it'll be somewhere. But Sri Yantra is present in all these major temples, and the Sri Yantra is a beautiful geometry about which very great physicists and scientists have researched it and they have studied it. Now let us again go back to that number 9, which is a number denoting completion. In the Upanishads too, the statement, one of the 4 Mahavakyas, Tat Tvam Asi, is mentioned 9 times. Specifically, the Upanishad mentions 9. 9 times it was mentioned to the disciple, Shvetaketu. So, similarly, a mother carries the child in the womb in the 9th month, till the 9th month, that is 9 months. 9 months. So, that figure 9 is very important. And we'll look into some interesting facts related to this figure. There is another figure that I would like to mention, and that is 7. 7 again has some significance attached to it. You could call it a superstition, you could call it whatever you like, but fact remains that if a baby is born in the 8th month, there are chances that that baby is not going to survive. Chances, great chances. But in the 7th month, the child can survive, and often the child survives. Now, what is this 7? We have the Saptapadi. We have the 7 days of the week. We have the 7 notes of music. We have 7 many things. 7 is a figure which does not separate or divide. So a child born in the 7th month will survive. A child born in the 8th will not. 7 does not allow for union to break up. This is what it denotes. Anything which has come together will not break up because of 7. So the child which has come together, if it is born in the 7th month, nothing will happen to it. We have the Saptapadi. Now let us look at the significance of 7. 360 is a circle, a complete circle, and it denotes completion. 360. 3 plus 6 plus 0 is equal to 9. You divide 360 by 2. Make it half. You will get 180. 1 plus 8 plus 0, 9. You divide 180 by 2, you will get 99 plus 0. You divide 90 by 2, you will get 4 plus 5, 9. You divide 45 by 2, you will get 22.5. I've had to note these down because I tend to forget. 22.5. 22.5 means 2 plus 2 plus 5. Again it is 9. You further divide 22.5 by 2 and you're going to get 11.250. So now 11.250 is again 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 5, 9. And you divide 11.250 by 2, you will get 5.625. So 5 plus 6 plus 2 plus 5, again it totals up to 9. It can go on and on and on. You can keep on doing it. You'll keep getting 9. Therefore, 9 is that figure which has a lot of importance. Why Saptapadi? Because every other digit from 1 to 9, you take 360 and you divide it by 1, you can divide it. You divide 360 by 2, you can divide it. You can divide 360 by 3, you can divide 360 by 4, you can divide 360 by 5, you can divide 360 by 6. Try dividing 360 by 7. You will not be able to divide it. You can divide 360 by 8 and you can divide 360 by 9. But you cannot divide 360 by 7. Therefore, a marriage is for keeps. There cannot be a division that Saptapadi has that significance. The digit, the figure 7 has that significance. So those two people who they are coming together and in an indivisible way. That is the significance. So in the birth of the child, the 9 months have a significance. That is the time duration that it is going to take for all those files to get transferred into this baby, which will only be an extension of the parents, and it will continue the work of the parents in examining the files and folders. And it is hoped that it will be able to do things which its ancestors had failed to do by way of correction. All these things are there in the number 9.